Hey guys, welcome to another Friday, another live here at Mad About Skin. So thank you for joining us. Oh, what is my hair doing? So thank you very much for joining us. Let's just wait till the room fills up a little bit and we'll get in. But start by telling me, guys, what you've been doing this week. This week for me has been manic, busy, but all in a good way. All in a good way. Doing plenty of trying out stuff. Got the new Hylamide stuff. I did a get ready with me video, so I guess you've seen that. But it's been a bit of a manic week. Hi Tom, welcome. Live chat Friday, finally here. Yes, and let's pray that the technological issues of last week are no more, because last week was a little bit of a nightmare. So sorry about that, guys, again. But welcome to the chat. Who else have we got? How are things with you, Tom? Anything exciting going on over in Canada? Hey Jenny, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Just saying, anything exciting to report in Canada? As I said the other day when you said you were going to send the sun over here, this is what you sent. It is roasting hot here. Absolutely roasting. So we've got that little bit of that Canadian sun over here. So I spent most of the day absolutely sweating. Lovely. Oh yeah, the room's filling up now. So welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyone got any questions? Throw them my way. Throw them my way. Yeah, I was going to say, Tom, it's so hot here. But the problem is we don't have air conditioning because, you know, in the UK it's usually wet and rainy and miserable. So we don't even have air conditioning. So it's kind of like, it's like a double whammy if it's hot and we just sit here sweating. Or I like to say glowing, but it's sweating. It's definitely sweating. Anissa, welcome. How are you? From El Paso, Texas. How very nice. Nice to see you from Texas. Oh, new subscriber. Thank you so, so much. I'm so glad you're enjoying the channel. If you've got any questions, fire mad for, and I'm a little bit obsessed with Neod products at the moment, just a little bit. Oh, Jenny coming in. Yeah, I didn't try. So I've got the modulating glucosides on one side, and I'm going to try it. Tonight is the night. I'm going to try that and the Elid, whatever it is, the vitamin C one. I'm going to try those tonight. I'm going to start those tonight because I want to kind of give it a fair test because I've been trying so much stuff. I want to give it a proper wear test. Hello, Green as Rule. How are you? Elise van der Graaf. Hello. Greetings from the Netherlands. Welcome. Always surprised at how many people watch this channel from Canada. A lot of love from Canada, so we're loving the Canadians, and also from places like Netherlands and Denmark as well. So it's all we're all very continental. If anyone's got any questions, fire them straight at me. But otherwise, just tell me what you're doing. So no, Jenny, I'm going to try the vitamin C and the modulating glucosides tonight and give those a go. I've been using the FM mask every night, so I've been using it every night, which they say you can use either, you can use it twice a week or you can use it every single night for 5 days to kind of kickstart it and then continue afterwards. And I've been doing that ever since. So now that's stopped. Tonight is the 6th night, it's the night I'm not doing it, and so I'm going to start the other products now. But I am loving that FM mask. It is fantastic. It's caused a bit of a purge. I'm going to hide the side of the face because this face got a bit of a purge, but I wanted that because it draws all the gunk out, and I kind of see purging as a good thing. It's happened and now we can move on, and it's kind of done the job because I was feeling quite congested and skin was a bit congested, so it's definitely worked. Pooja Shah says hello, new subscriber here, loving the videos. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to have you. Thank you so much for your support. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments and we go through all the questions. If it takes all night, I'll be here all night. Well, actually, I'll be here till just after 7 because I've got my tea, but because I've got my dinner to go to. But leave questions and I'll get straight back to you. And if you haven't already, guys, if you could give it a big thumbs up, hit the like button, that'd really, really help. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed, why not? Why not join the club? Right, we've got some questions. So, oh, Tom says that Decium is hinting at a new product coming out soon. Any idea what it is? I actually did, well, so I'm straight off the bat, I don't know what it is. So I've got no gossip or insider knowledge, but I do know there's a new product coming out because they reached out and said, if we sent the new product out like the week before, would you try it and do a review that goes live on the date it launches? I said, yeah, fine. But I have no idea, literally no idea what it is, but it's September. So I do know it's September and I don't know when in September, but I'm receiving it end of August. I've got a week to try it, do the review, and let's go. So who knows what it's going to be, but I'm very excited because I love some new things. They've got 2 new lines, 2 new whole skincare lines coming out, and they've got some new products coming in from The Ordinary and Hylamide as well. So there'll be a couple of things, but I don't know any more gossip than that. It'll be really exciting. I can't wait. So He says, thumbs up done. Thank you very much, Jenny. You're a star. Patty, welcome. How are you? How are you? Patty says, just started the Ordinary's azelaic acid and loving it. And why not? That is a gorgeous, gorgeous product. I love azelaic acid. I've got I've probably gone through about 4 bottles of that over the time. I don't use it every single like day or week, but I do mix it in, and it's a beautiful acid. It's one I always recommend to my mum because she's got rosacea and she swears by it, and it does her skin the world of good. And people always say to me, do I prefer the ordinary azelaic acid or do I prefer the Paula's Choice azelaic? It's controversial because people are 50-50 on this. I prefer the ordinary azelaic acid because it's cheaper and it does the same thing, same strength, does the same thing, and it's cheaper, so why not? And I prefer it's got more of a slippery texture, which I like. Some people want less of like a dimethicone texture and more of a sort of cream texture, so they go for the Paula's Choice. Either's great, but I love the ordinary one. It's absolutely fantastic and definitely one of my favourite products out there. Oh, Jenny says, did I know that Fenty is coming out with a new skincare line? I did not, Jenny. That is hot. How do I not know that? That is hot gossip. That is very hot gossip. I'm impressed. No, I had no idea. I don't know what to think. I'll hold my thoughts. The makeup line people go mad for, and I think it definitely is good. And one thing I'm pretty sure they will do with anything, things like SPFs and stuff, I'm assuming they'll go all inclusive because I think Fenty had like 80 different colour shades in their foundation or something like amazing like that. So I think they'll definitely be inclusive when it comes to like making sure all of their products suit all skin tones and types. So I think that'd be quite good. But I don't really like gimmicky celebrity kind of makeup and skincare lines. I always think they're a bit gimmicky, with the exception of, has anyone tried like the Wishful enzyme scrub by, what's her name? She's the really famous beauty influencer for Huda Katan from Huda Beauty. She did like a Wishful scrub. That enzyme scrub's really good. Tried it the other day and actually really, really liked it. So I was really impressed with that. And that's like a celebrity kind of influence brand. And I really like that. Michaela, welcome. How are you? Deciem are launching hair care. That's quite exciting. I didn't know that, but I like it. I mean, this is like a greasy mess because we're it's like 6 o'clock in the evening and it's still like 30 degrees here. So other than that, but I do like some hair care. Not a huge fan of some of the other like claims where people say anti-grey this and all that. I'm not really into that. I don't know huge amounts about hair care, to be honest, but I do love, let me just dump that down a little bit. I do love everything Deciem come out with, so I'm hoping that'll be really good. Thinini says, hi, can you do a brand review of Biossance? Currently I'm using the DE, they saved my life, love from Israel. Hello to Israel. I love Biossance. I've only tried 3 of their products, so that's it. But I do have at least 2 other ones ready to try. So I will be doing something in the future on them. I kind of wanted to wait to see where the brand was going because when they launched, it was all very like, I don't know, I didn't really get a sense for where the brand was going, but now they seem to be really, really coming out with some fantastic products. So yes, Biossance is definitely a brand I want to review. I just need to try a couple more of their products before I can kind of form my overall opinions. But yeah, it's a really good suggestion, and I'll check out the DE if it's saved your skin. I can't wait to try it. Pedro, welcome Pedro, how are you? Can I recommend an AHA 5 to 10% and a BHA 2% exfoliate in the same product? Yes. If you don't mind fragrance, Nip and Fab do their Glycolic Fix, which is a 2% salicylic acid and I believe it's 6% glycolic acid toning solution. That's really good. I love that. It's my go-to. It is fragranced, so if you don't like fragrance, it might be a miss for you, but that's really good if you don't mind fragrance. It smells nice and it really does the job. It is quite strong, but you can use it every single day because it's within that right range. That's the Nip and Fab. I think it might be called the Glycolic Fix Extreme. That's just their normal one, but check the concentrations. They don't have the concentrations of the BHA on the salicylic acid, but I spoke to them and they said it was 1.75, so as good as 2% for the BHA on that, and that one is really, really good. Jenny says, I wish they had the azelaic acid here in Canada. This is baffling. This is baffling. It's a Canadian company, and I know it's to do with the regulations and the concentrations of certain products, but I find it absolutely baffling that a Canadian company can't sell half its products in Canada. I don't think you can't easily get the peeling solution, which I love, the azelaic acid, and there's some other ones that I just find like baffling. And it's a shame because they're really, really good products. Selma Robbie, what do I think of Korean skincare? Hello, Selma. How are you? I love, love, love. Did anyone check? Absolutely loved it, and that gave me some really good ideas for brands that I want to try because I want to explore more Korean skincare. I've partnered with a website which I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name yet, so I'll hold that. But basically a Korean website who are going to ship me on its way a whole selection of Korean stuff, which I'm going to try and sample and give you guys a review. So we're going to kind of do a Korean skincare haul coming up in the future, and I can't wait for that. It's just everything's so delayed in the post at the moment. Green is also can't wait to try the Neod mud mask that you suggested. Oh, it is beautiful. All I would say is if you're going to use the FM mud mask by Neod, is do follow the instructions, because basically if you read the instructions, it said put the thinnest possible layer on, and it genuinely works better the thinner the layer you put on. So at first I put it's a mud mask, put a load on. So put a load on, and it actually works a lot better if you put less on, which I know is kind of counterintuitive, but definitely put a barely there layer on, and just be aware that it does sting for about 4 minutes after you wash it off, which kind of shows it's working. But then that goes, and honestly the results are fantastic. I got a slight amount of purging from it, but nothing major, just a little bit of purging, and that could, to be fair, a lot of that could be due to the humidity here messing with my skin, so I'm not putting it down to that, but once that's gone, my skin is already feeling it and it looks fantastic. Let's have a look. Jay says, hi, it's coming out at the end of this month. Huda Beauty. Oh, we've got it here. We can get it. We can get hold of bits of here. They're wishful stuff. Really good. Definitely try it out. Annika says, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. If you've got any questions, leave them below. Salma says, I can't believe you reached 5k subs. Congrats. I know. Do you know what? I was so overwhelmed when we hit 5,000. Like, I remember doing a video, I can't remember how many, maybe like 4 months ago, where I was like, 500 subscribers, and genuinely I thought that was like huge. And it is, because I know I've seen loads of YouTubers, the really good YouTubers, that are kind of at the 500 or 600 subscriber mark. So it is a big deal to get to 500, but I never in a million years thought I set a goal of 2020, at the end of 2020, I wanted to be at 2,000 subscribers, which I kind of didn't know how I'd get there. And it's just like mind blowing and fantastic. So yeah, thank you very much for the congratulations, but honestly it's just like gone mad, which is great. Sunley says, I use double cleanse in the evening and splash my face with oat soaked for 15 to 20 minutes, water in the morning. Is it good to do on a daily basis for the long run? Yes, actually oats. A top tip, if you suffer with like eczema or dry skin or itchy skin on the body, if you fill a sock with oats, like just porridge oats, make sure they're not those that are like instant quick oats, because they just dissolve and turn the whole bath into a sludge. But learn that the hard way. But if you put like proper porridge oats in a sock, tie it up, put it under the running water, and just leave it in your bath, it is a fantastic soak. You can put anything else in there as well you want, but it just will help calm any irritation, inflammation you've got. So yeah, water soaked in oats is really good. Rice also works quite well, because some of the starches and stuff could be really good for cleansing. But yeah, I fully agree with double cleansing on an evening and skipping the morning cleanse. Just wiping your face over, splashing it with cold water, wiping it over with an oat water is absolutely fine. Anything like that, absolutely great. But I just don't think we need to be fully cleansing on a morning. So yeah, I fully endorse that. I think that's great. Do we have any budget recommendations for post-inflammatory pigmentation? It's difficult, because there are some really good products out there that support with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, but they normally cost really well. So obviously the best thing is like the Repigment by Neod would honestly tackle that like that. 1 month later, gone. But that isn't budget. That's not, by any stretch of the imagination, that's not budget. So I would probably reach for something like an alpha-arbutin serum, which will help. You'll just have to wait for the results longer. If you combine that with a vitamin C, you can either get that, you can get pre-mixed with 8% ascorbic acid, 2% alpha-arbutin by The Ordinary. But actually, if you want to push it a little bit more and get a stronger vitamin C and a standalone alpha-arbutin, and use them in conjunction, that will give you a reasonably good result, but you'll have to wait that a little bit longer. And things like the different dark spot corrector, if you can get it in the Netherlands, I'm not sure you can get it in the EU, I'm not sure, but if you can, that'd be really good. It's not budget, but it's not super expensive, and a little goes a long way, but that'll really take out that pigment quite quickly. So Jenny says, I know, I use the 5% lactic acid once a week. Do you think I can start using it twice a week? Jenny, I would say give it a go. Just be really mindful of the skin and new reaction to it. You're fine with lactic acid because you use it already. Go to twice a week, but just listen to what your skin's saying. If in the morning you wake up, if you use it on the evening, or if in the evening when you go to bed, if you use it in the morning, you feel tight, red, then that's probably your skin telling you it's a no. But yeah, I think you can. I wouldn't push it because I know you've got sensitive rosacea inclined skin. I wouldn't push it. Give it a go and see if it can tolerate twice a week. Right, guys, I'm going to keep going with your questions, but if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button because it really helps the video, the channel, and everything like that. And I love you forever. So hit that like button if you haven't already. And we have Anissa says, would you recommend an enzymatic exfoliator or chemical exfoliator to someone new to exfoliation if you've got combo oily dry skin? To be honest, either's great. I think enzyme exfoliators are easier if you're new to exfoliation because there is just one type. You just get an enzyme exfoliator and apply it to your skin. If you are new to exfoliation, you want to go down the chemical route, it can be a little bit difficult because there's hundreds of different ones to try and it's quite hard to work out which one's right for you. I did do a whole video on the best exfoliating acids, so check that out if you want to know a bit more about them. But I'd go for an enzyme one. I think my favourite enzyme exfoliator to start with would be the one by Dermalogica, their daily microfoliant. That's fantastic. You can use it every single day, so you get really good results, and it doesn't sting or tingle too much. And it's just a really nice microfoliant. Absolutely fantastic. Tom says we can't get the gram-active retinoids in Canada either. Thank God for the Inculist. Yeah, baffling because actually the Inculist retinol and the ordinary gram-active is pretty much the same product. So I'm not sure why you can buy one but not the other. It's baffling, but it's Canadian law for you. I'm sure they're looking out for your health, really. In the UK, it's quite annoying because we can't get hydroquinone-based products, so things like the different dark spot corrector we can't get. We can't get retinoids are all on prescription, so you can't get the different adapalene. You have to either buy online through a consultation or you have to go to your GP. You can't buy that over the counter. So there's some things like that you can't get. But generally speaking, we're quite easygoing with stuff. Patty says, my skin does not do well with peptides, so I'm wondering if niacinamide and retinol could help take the place of it. Also, I just placed an order with Yes Style. Is this the company? That is not the company, but I do love Yes Style. It's not the company though, but I do love Yes Style. I think they're a fantastic company. Peptides, if you can't work with peptides, that's fine. Some people just can't get on with them, and I get that. Niacinamide and a retinol will not work exactly the same. It's quite difficult. It depends what you're using the peptides for. If you're using the peptides to produce collagen in the skin, then yes, a niacinamide and a retinol will do just that for you. It might take a little bit longer, but it will work, as retinol will boost the collagen in the skin. So yeah, absolutely, that'll work. If I'd look for a peptide-free moisturizer as an alternative. That's really the only other thing. You could use a lactic acid because that's quite moisturizing as well. That would probably work. Jenny says her skin feels so much better since she stopped cleansing in the morning. This is it. If you feel a little bit greasy, like it's super warm here in the UK, so in the morning I'll wake up and I'll feel a little bit on the greasy side. So I just literally splash my face with cold water or wipe a cold flannel over it, and that just does the job. I don't feel I need anything extra to really strip the skin. Emily Burnett, Emily, welcome. New to retinol, bought the Nip and Fab Retinol Fix Serum. I used it once. I use once a week. I don't have any irritation or peeling. Should I increase it from there? Yes, now would be a great time. If you've introduced it, you've used it for a week, you've used it once a week for a while, and you've not had any irritation, now would be a great time to increase it. The Nip Fab one's really good. I like it. It's quite a good introductory retinol, so you've chosen quite well there. I think it isn't the strongest retinol, so actually I think going in for twice a week would be absolutely fine at this point. Give it another couple of weeks and then go to 3 times a week, because it's not a super strength retinol, so you shouldn't get too much irritation or downtime with it. It should kind of work well for you. What do I think of the Drunk Elephant, TLC, Framboos, and Sucari Baby Facial? I love them both. Oh, well, I've got mixed opinions on both of these. I love the Baby Facial. So the Baby Facial is really difficult to get here in the UK, but if you can get your hands on it here, it's really good. What do I think? No, I love the Baby Facial. I think it's a little bit, it's kind of similar to the peeling solution. So if you don't want to spend $80 on the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial, you can get the peeling solution by The Ordinary, which is about $8. and is kind of the same. The difference is the baby facial has a mixture of AHAs, whereas the peeling solution relies solely on glycolic acid. But I do love, love, love the baby facial. I'm not a big fan of the TLC Framboise. It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad product. I just think it's a little bit. They advertise it as a daily treatment. It's a little bit strong, I feel, for my skin for a daily treatment. So I tend to go for, instead of going for 12% AHAs, I like to go for sort of 7% AHA. Obviously, it's personal preference. If your skin loves it, then crack on. It's a well formulated product. It's just a little bit strong for me personally. Tom says, I started to use the Fab Wild Oat Hydrating Toner this week. I find that it's very soothing and not getting any more irritation on my neck. Do I have any experience with the whole skincare line with them? I haven't actually tried any of their products, but if you say that one's really good, I will pop it on order because I do like a rice and oat. Any toner like that I think is really good for calming the skin, especially after an exfoliation. So I'm going to put that one on order if it's recommended, and I shall let you know what I think. But Kayla says, hi, do you know Superdrug are selling Hada Labo products? No, I had no idea. That's very exciting. I'm going down to Superdrug tomorrow. I was wondering what I was going to do with my Saturday. I'm off to Superdrug. For those of you not in the UK, Superdrug's like our second biggest drugstore here in the UK. It's actually, I think, better than Boots. I prefer it. They've got a better range of stuff, and their own brand stuff is great because it's all cruelty free, which I absolutely love. But I did not know this sold Hada Labo, but I'm going to go tomorrow and I'm going to get my hands on some. Cosrx Snail Cream, worth it? Good question, DJ. And I would say yes, better than the Essence. The Essence was slimy, and I couldn't deal with the Essence. It was too grim. It was too slimy. It literally felt like you were rubbing a snail. Not that I know what that feels like, but you can imagine it's like rubbing a snail on your skin. Awful. The cream, someone recommended to me, saying if you like the results of the Essence but you hate the texture, the cream is really good. Tried the cream, way better than the Essence. It's not been good enough to sway me away from my hyaluronic acid, which I tend to just stick to. But if you want a Snail mucin or mucin product, I think the cream is way better than the Essence. So yeah, good call. The skincare wizard say hello, welcome, thanks for joining. PS says, have you tried the Thank You Pharma products? No, the Factor 50 sunscreen is quite nice but always sold out on Cult Beauty. Do you know what, I haven't even heard of them, but what I do is I watch all of these back. So I rabbit on for a full hour, then I watch the whole thing back, not because I'm narcissistic, but because I take notes and work out what I want to include and what I don't. Let's have a look. And I will make a note of that because Thank You Pharma I've never heard of, but I definitely want to try them. That sounds really interesting. And Philony says, thank you so much for your honest opinion. It's a pleasure. You'll always get an honest opinion from me. I never think you should just agree with people for the sake of agreeing with people. I like to hear other people's views. And if you read the comments on any of the videos, I like it when people might say, you said you like this, I can't stand it. That's great, because actually it gives a more balanced opinion, because my skin's unique to me. I mean, nobody wants my greasy ass skin, but my skin's unique to me and it doesn't really cross over to everybody else. George says, hey Rob, hey everyone. George, welcome. How hot is it in the Fab cleanser? And loves it. Oh, what is the cleanser like? What sort of a consistency is it? Because I love a gel cleanser at the moment. I love, especially when it's hot here, I find a gel cleanser just takes that little bit extra oil out of my skin, which I need. So is it kind of a gel consistency, Jenny? DJ says, have I tried the Inculace Tranexamic Acid? Yes, and I love it. I love their tranexamic acid. It is really good. It's an innovative product. You can't get it in many other brands, which I love. That's kind of the Inculace all over. They do some really, when they first came out, I kind of thought they were a bit of a copycat of The Ordinary, as a lot of people did, but then actually they really upped their game and they came out with so many different products that The Ordinary didn't have and other drugstore brands didn't have, and tranexamic acid is one of them. Definitely great. Use it on an evening and it's really, really good. Patty says, I have mature skin and I'm loving The Ordinary's squalane oil in the AM, working beautifully under makeup. Do you know, I've heard some really good stuff about their Ordinary oils just in general. I can't use them because I'm just too oily. It would be a nightmare for my skin, but I do want to buy a couple of them and try them on some with slightly drier skin than mine, because I've heard some really good stuff. As long as a face oil's cold pressed, it works really well. And I think for the price you're paying, it's great. If you look at, you can buy an oil from The Ordinary for like $8. If you go to Drunk Elephant, their marula oil is like $80. It's like 10 times the price, and it's a cold pressed face oil. So no, I love The Ordinary for their price point. Shazay says, I worry I wear too many products. I would love some 3-in-1 type gems if I know any good ones. Thanks for all the information. You never fail to cheer me up. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. What is my all-in-one products? Well, actually, I've got a review coming up. I did like first impressions get ready with me of Hylamide. I love Hylamide for their approach. Their approach is very much like, even though they're owned by the same company as The Ordinary, they take sort of the single product, they take the opposite view to The Ordinary, which is one active ingredient per product, sell it low prices, fantastic results. Hylamide are like mid-priced, but they tend to combine stuff together. So you could, if like their sub-Q, which I'm using at the moment and I'm loving, is like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blend of like the peptide serum. It's a hyaluronic acid, so we're moisturizing for you, and it's just a really good thing. So I'd explore Hylamide just as a brand because they have a lot of like 2-in-1 kind of products. I think you could also you can mix if you're using like a brightening agent, you could mix with vitamin C, which people have separately, so that's really good. So you could give that a go if you wanted. And I'll leave the comments below with any other dual products that I really like. Jenny says it's more of a milky consistency. She has the dry skin ever. Oh, okay, so I don't know that that'd work. Milky, I don't mind a milky cleanser in the winter, but now it's just like get the oil off my skin. In winter, I quite like it a little bit more and things. So I might have a look at that in winter because I do like to mix up my cleansers in winter, just get a bit more hydration. Just a sensible 32 degrees in Mexico. Oh, it's like way too hot. Like literally, my skincare would be dripping off onto the floor. Ola says, hi, great videos. Thank you so much. That's really kind. What do you think about the Medicate brand? They have so many nice products. We'll love to hear your opinion. They do. Their products are really nice. Their formulations are really good, and they have some nice active ingredients. I usually say to people, just be careful on the price because some of their products are really expensive and some of them are really well priced. So it's kind of thing. I will look to do a review on them because some of their serums are really, really nice, but I've only tried a couple of them. So I want to get a few more before I could go. But yeah, people rave about them and I think it's a really good skincare line. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't. Medicate, really, really well formulated. DJ, do you stay away from IG, Rob? I noticed you're not as active there as other people in the skincare community. I kind of want to get into it a bit more. I should be on Instagram a bit more and I should be making a bit more effort with it. I think the problem is if I don't want to spread, you can risk spreading yourself too thinly, I think. So I like to film a video every single day. And obviously with that, you have to then edit the video, you have to design the thumbnail, you have to do all the text that goes with it, answer the questions that people come in with and the comments that people come in with, which is great. That's the bit I really love. And so actually by doing even more on Instagram, that's kind of like a full-time, I have a full-time job and that's kind of my day filled. I would love to do more on Instagram. I just don't think it's possible without ending up sacrificing some of the stuff on YouTube. I have utmost respect for people that manage to balance both of them. How they do it, I do not know. I honestly, baffling. But I think there's some really good, and there's some really, really good Instagram skincare, male influencers, let me get my words out, male skincare influencers on Instagram. Kind of don't want to have to compete with them because they are good. But I'll leave you a link below this video when it's uploaded to all my favorite Instagram influencer skincare addicts because there's some really, really good ones on there. But yeah, I will try with Instagram. Good molecules or Revolution Skincare? Well, that is a really good question because Revolution Skincare is, I'll do Revolution Skincare first. When that first came out, I was totally over it. I thought, oh, this is just The Ordinary Mark II. In fact, they pretty much trade right infringement with how similar their products were to The Ordinary, the look, the design, the ingredients, and I hated it for that. So I gave it a hard pass. And then they started bringing out new products, which I kind of think, oh, great. They're innovating, they're coming out with their own products. And so I started to try them. And I love some of their products. I think some of their products are really well formulated. The price point's really good. Whereas The Ordinary can be sold out everywhere because it's so popular, Revolution does still have good stock, which I like, so you can get hold of it and you can use it. So my next battle of the brands, which is coming up, if you haven't seen it, it's a series I do on the channel where we put two drugstore brands against each other. Next one is Revolution Skincare versus The Ordinary, and I think this will be really, really good because the products are all very similar, the price point are very similar, there's not much to choose between them, and so it'll be really interesting where we can get a real deep dive into the formulations and the individual ingredients to kind of flush out the difference. So yeah, look out for that one. I think it's probably going up Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Now, in terms of good molecules, I love good molecules. I think they're a fantastic. I just have so much skincare, so much skincare that I don't buy that much from them. But I love them as a brand. I think they're really good. They're really innovative, and they've got some really good products. They're kind of not super cheap, but they're not super expensive. It's a nice price point, quite affordable. Do you have any favorites? Leave me your favorite products from Good Molecules, and if I haven't tried them, I will. Um, CJ, thank you so much. Sending love from Jersey. Oh, I have family in Jersey. Throw that out there. But I've got family in Jersey, which is one of the Channel Islands here in the UK, and a gorgeous, gorgeous place. If you ever get the chance to visit, obviously come to the UK, do all the sites. But if you ever get the chance to go to Jersey or one of the other Channel Islands, they are beautiful. Such a really nice part of this country. DJ says, true, I love your approach and haven't seen anyone who puts so much effort into their YouTube. Oh, thank you very much. I love doing this. I wouldn't put this much effort in if I didn't love it, and I do. I love mixing, chatting with you guys. Like, I really look forward to it. I look back to the first time I did one of these lives and I dreaded it. Like, honestly, I was like bag of nerves. I was like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do it. And I got on and I loved it. And I look forward to Fridays. It's a really nice way to end the week. We can have a chat, we can sit down, we can talk skincare, we can share some opinions. And yeah, it's a really nice way to end the week. And I love this channel. It's kind of, but yeah, absolutely loving it. So thank you so much. That's so kind. Waiting for the brand review of The Ordinary versus Revolution. Oh, it's going to be shady. I'm going to be throwing tea left, right, and centre. Now, I actually really like brands, and I think it's really nice if you do these brand reviews. I've done some recently where I knew from the outset who was going to win because some of the products I love and other brands I hate. So it's really nice when you can do one where I genuinely don't know to the end who's going to win, and you're just comparing. It's free flowing, and you're comparing products that they have. And I think The Ordinary and Revolution skincare is going to be very close, and I look forward to that. I love that sort of thing, and I love this brand. Let me know if you really like the Battle of the Brand series, because I'm kind of you guys seem to really like it. I kind of want to give content. I like to do some of the educational stuff, but I like to do the content that you kind of find fun and informative. Tomorrow's video, just as a little sneaky peek, spoiler alert, is on bakuchiol. Loads of you guys have asked me about bakuchiol versus retinol. Should I be using it? Can I get away with the same results with bakuchiol than retinol? So that's coming out tomorrow at 10 a.m. UK time, if anyone's interested in that one. George says, is the Around the World series continuing? It is, and I have filmed 2 videos for it. I just haven't. The problem is I don't know if I've got like ADHD. I jump around a lot from video to video. So I filmed 2 videos. So the French skincare one is filmed, and I've got one on Middle Eastern skincare, which I think is really, that one, I love that video. And I need to finish editing them a little bit, but when I pull together like the upload schedule, it kind of is based on, I try to spread things out. So yes, it is going to be continuing. With the next one is going to be France, which I think is penciled in for Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, if I'm not wrong. I think it's Wednesday. But yeah, I love that series. Absolutely adore it. And yeah, it's just a great way of discovering new products and brands I had no idea about. Emily says, Revolution versus The Ordinary sounds amazing. Can't wait to watch. I think I'm really looking forward to filming it. I think it's going to be very different. And like I say, no idea who's going to win. Thomas Murphy. Hi, Tom. Welcome. Hi from NYC. Oh, I love New York. We went in February, just before lockdown. Had a whale of a time. Absolutely fantastic. I love everything. We went to this gorgeous Japanese restaurant there that was fantastic. Did the Empire State Building at night. It was all amazing. So yeah, love a bit of NYC. Love your channel. Even when you don't like something, you're not dramatic. Thank you. Do you know what? I always got told I was dramatic, but I think on this channel, do you know what? And I get loads of products sent, which is really kind. I always think if a company reaches out and wants to send you products, you should try them, and if you don't like them, you should absolutely say, do you know what, this product wasn't for me. However, I just don't want to shade anything, because I think all companies started somewhere and was with one person with an idea, and it was their baby, and people put a lot of effort into these things, and they often have hundreds of people working there, and someone jumping online saying, this is crap, I hate this brand, I hate this product, doesn't really help. I think you can say this product isn't for me, and if I really don't like it and don't think it's for anyone, just say I wouldn't recommend this product and leave it there. Keep the drama out. Keep the drama out. If you ever watch anything else on YouTube, the beauty community has way too much drama. They don't need me chiming my piece in, do they? Jenny says, you were amazing on your first live, my friend. You're that shot. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Actually, to be fair, props to Jenny, because she was the one that kept encouraging me to do it. And actually, had it not been for Jenny, I'd have probably backed out and never done one. So thank you very much. Coulson says, would you recommend any sunscreen from Garnier, Ombre Solaire, or Nivea? Do you know what? I would recommend them all. I'm saying this with a caveat that I don't think they're the best sunscreens in the world. I think there are better sunscreens out there. But if you want affordable, easy to obtain, drugstore, friendly drugstore, Garnier, Amber Solaire, and Nivea are all really good. Here in the UK, we have really robust testing standards for sunscreens. So you know if you're picking up a Nivea that says factor 30, you are getting a factor 30. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Yes, I think there's better products out there with better consistencies, better formulations, you know, more skin friendly, all that. But do you know what? If you want to try, if you want an easy to pick up, affordable drugstore sunscreen, you can't go wrong with Nivea. I love the smell as well. It just smells like summer. Garnier and Amber are absolutely fine. Like you might concern about animal testing, so all those brands test on animals, so are not cruelty free. So if you want to go for a cruelty free option, there's other cruelty free options available. If you want to go for something that is reef safe, for example, so doesn't you can use it at the beach, there are other available. I did a whole video on sunscreens and SPF, so check those out. But yeah, I'm not going to shade Nivea or Amber Solaire or Garnier, because do you know what? They have some really good products, and I think as long as people are applying sunscreen, I don't care whichever, apply what the heck you want, as long as you are applying sunscreen. That's my motto. It becomes a problem when you're not using them. So no, I actually really do quite like them. Monica, welcome Monica, how are you? Love your videos. Just wondering, could you make a video on how you acquired your knowledge in skincare? It's yes, Monica, I promise you it's coming. Thomas reminded me about this. I filmed it. I have 7 videos that I filmed, and I'm partway through editing, and I need to upload, and I always get a new idea and film it and then want to upload that. So yeah, I've done a whole video on me, so you can learn all about me, and I just hope it doesn't bomb as a video. Nobody watches that. I'm like, oh dear. But yeah, it goes back with my history and how I got into this, just a little bit about what I look for in skincare, and a bit about my skincare journey as well, because a lot of people say, you know, a lot of the reason I got into skincare is because how bad my skin was, and sort of telling that journey I think is really important. So yes, that's coming up. I'm going to try for Monday. The plan is it's on the schedule for Monday, so I will do all in my power, because I know lots of people are really excited about that one. Dominique says, hey, I'm late, better late than never, my love. Welcome to the chat. Jenny says, excited for the Bakuchiol video. I checked out the Indeed Labs one, but they have fragrance in it. They do. Actually, in the video, I do recommend the Indeed Lab one, because I really like the product, but it does come with fragrance, so it's not suitable for everybody. But it is quite a nice technology, and I like them. Tom said, glad you liked it. Love the States. I love America, but I loved New York. Absolutely fantastic. Salma says, what do I think of Cosrx sunscreen? Do you know what? I have never ever tried them. The reason I haven't tried them is that I got so addicted to Purito, I kind of just stuck with Purito, but I should branch out. For the sake of the channel, I should branch out, and I will try some Cosrx ones, and I'll let you know what I think. I want to do a full review on Cosrx. I'm just trying a few products first. Now, I'm just going to get my charger. 1 second. There, back. Sorry guys, just realised my phone was flashing at me like low battery. And we had enough technical issues last week. We don't need to add to them, I don't think, do we? Right, so let's carry on with our questions. Siluna says, I made it to the live. Hello everyone. Hello, welcome. Thank you for making it here. Like everyone that's just joined, thank you very much. And if you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel, so if you could do that, I would love you. So thank you very much. Let's have a look who got. Nivea has great sunscreen. I think there's something about the Nivea scent. I don't know if it's because we all used it in our childhood. It just smells like holiday, and I could put it on now and I'd feel like I was on the beach. Let's have a look. Oh, this is a really good point. So, Sai Luna says, do I know that the ones for Advarentif, the kids ones, so the kids sunscreens, has no fragrance in it and is great for all over the face and body? That is true. And actually, in sunscreens, one thing that baffles me, and maybe I'm a little bit of a sunscreen like snob, but one thing that does baffle me with sunscreen is we will always go for the best sunscreen for our babies. You know, you've got a toddler, you've got a young baby, and you will buy the best sunscreen, and you desperately don't want them to burn, or you want to protect them, and yet we'll put any old crap on our skin. Who cares? Just pick up the first one, throw it on, don't use enough, don't apply it. I can't get the mindset of why you would treat. You obviously understand how important it is because you're putting it on your young baby, but then people don't equate it to like then doing the same thing for them. Baffling. So actually, I really like kids sunscreens. I think if you can pick up a infant, baby, child sunscreen, it really just means better protection. Obviously, it's more rigorously tested, and they tend not to have some of the chemicals and some of the fragrances in, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I would fully recommend checking out kids sunscreen, and Bristol Air do a really nice kids one as well. But Gorgeous Lynn says, hey hon, welcome. Thanks so much for joining the channel and the live. Good to see you. Where Jenny says, where are the furry friends? Well, we have Sterling the dog over here, sort of half asleep, half wondering what's going on, mainly asleep. He hates the heat, so he'll do anything to get out of the heat. The cats are, I don't know, the chickens are out, so I think the cats are probably stalking the chickens through the window and thinking somehow they're going to get to them, which, you know, they never will, but they like to try, bless them. But yeah, they're all dotted around. They tend to, just when it's this hot, just sleep all day. My daughter also uses the Cerave baby lotion. Jenny, yeah, do you know what? I do think, as a general rule for skincare, we seem to spend so much more time formulating and testing and better ingredients on our children's skincare. If you can get like a baby oil, a baby lotion, not the actual baby oil, but you know what I mean, like products for young kids, infants and babies, they're usually really good products, and there's no reason we can't use them as adults. So yeah, it's a really good like top tip. Thomas says, in the US, the La Roche Kids SPF is cheaper and the exact same formulation. I know, this is baffling. Like, kids stuff ends up cheaper and adult stuff ends up more expensive. And the same reason why men's, so they often do male skincare, and it's exactly the same as the female skincare, like literally exactly the same, slightly different smell, and it's more expensive. And so I say to guys, just buy the women's, because it's not women's, it's just unisex. Like, just forget the smell and just buy it, it's cheaper. But yeah, I don't get this whole like discrepancy. The exact same product should be the exact same price. It doesn't matter who it's marketed to. Bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Here in the UK, I do know that I did read somewhere that some of the price discrepancy amongst kids versus adult stuff can be down to like VAT rules and regulations, and some of the tax regulations where you have to charge on some and not on others. I don't think any skincare, I don't think you pay VAT on any skincare, but on any SPF, sorry, but sometimes that has something to do with the pricing. But if it says kids on it and it's cheaper, buy it. Sarah Luna says, yes, some people are like that, and my mum always made me use the best sunscreens, and she used the best and looks beautiful at 62. This is true. My mother was like that. Honestly, she would charge around with sunscreen when we were just trying to enjoy ourselves on the beach, spraying us if we dared to stand still for 1 second. But you know what, we are all really healthy as a result, and skin is really good, and she has gorgeous skin. So yeah, there is definitely something to be said for sunscreen. And I think, I dread to think, if I had a kid, I think I'd be the world's worst. That kid would not be able to enjoy it. I'd make sure I had sun hat on. I would be literally white in sunscreen the whole time. And there's nothing worse as kids as having to be lathered in sunscreen, because it sticks to everything and it's ugh. But I think it's all for the best. All for the best. Someone says, is essence and toner the same? No. Kind of, no. So they're not the same, but there is quite a bit of crossover in between. So a toner is something which is just designed to rebalance the skin, rehydrate the skin, ready to receive the next steps of your skincare routine. So a toner is very basic, and essence tends to have additional ingredients in there to give it a little bit more benefit than a toner alone, and it usually is a little bit more expensive. So they might have hydrating components in, they might have, some of them might have fermented components, prebiotics, things like that in. So I would say you don't need to use both, so don't use a toner and an essence, choose one or the other. I would personally go for an essence if your budget can stretch to one, because you're just getting the extra benefits, but a toner is absolutely fine if you can't. I use a glycolic acid toner, so I tend not to use an essence, but you don't need both of them, but they are different, subtly different. Preeti says the Cerave baby lotion has amazing ingredients. I'm not practicing what I preach, but you know, and I didn't try it, but everyone does say it's really good. So maybe we're all missing a trick, and we all need to reach for the Cerave baby lotion, and that'll be so much better. Anissa Brava says, what are your thoughts on water creams and gel creams? Do you have any favourites, and do I enjoy them? I haven't done a video on there, so don't worry, no need to apologise. I actually love a water cream. I love a moisturiser that's whipped and light and barely there. I think it's not enough if you've got dry skin, but if you're like me and you have super oily skin, you're acneic, you're breakout prone, water cream, gel creams, whipped creams are just the way forward, and I love them. I did a review on Tidal by Peter Thomas Roth, which is kind of like the really best one, I think. Probably the best one, because it's got enzymes to brighten the skin as well. The only thing is it's a little bit on the pricey side. The Hydro Boost Gel is fantastic by Neutrogena. I love that product. That's like my go-to. And if you're here in the UK, go to Tesco because they're selling it for £5 for a bottle, like 60% off. Amazing. So if you're here in the UK, pop to Tesco and get yourself the Hydro Boost Gel by Neutrogena. Beautiful product. I love that. And it's just really like, just barely there. You don't notice it provides the hydration, but you don't know it's there. There are some other ones. I actually really like the Niacinamide Gel Cream by Naturium. I think that's got niacinamide in, so you get some brightening from it. But that's quite light as well. I don't buy that, but a friend lent me theirs, so I've tried it out and great. So there's some really good ones out there, but I think you've got to go a long way to beat the Hydro Boost Gel by Neutrogena. Dominique says, does it take longer to get rid of fine lines around the eyes with retinol? My skin is improving in texture, except the eye contact. Yes. Yes, they tend to be more deep set. It's harder because you are moving that area of the skin a little bit more as well. So it will take longer. If you want to give it a little bit of a punch and a bit of a get it kick-started, on a morning you can use an Azuraline solution in that area, and that will just help diminish those fine lines as well. So they'll kind of work really well with the retinol in the evening. Use that in the morning, retinol in the evening, and that will just kind of like supercharge and kickstart the routine. But yes, the last lines to go, the first lines to come are always the last ones to go, and the crow's feet appear first and they disappear last. So yes, you'll see the texture on the rest of the skin improve first, but don't worry, it's round the corner, I promise you. Somebody says, my mum of 2 now, and even buy them clothes with sun protection. That's a really good point. You can get adult clothes with sun protection as well. If I'm going out, like, I hate sunscreen all over the body and having to reapply all of that. So if I go swimming in like the sea or anything, I buy like I hate having to bother with sunscreen on the body anyway, so that's really good, and it keeps you a little bit warm if you're a bit chilly in the sea. So yeah, SPF clothing is a really good option. So Thomas says, have you been able to try Crave Beauty? I'd love your review on them. Do you know what? I have not tried a single thing from Crave Beauty, but a lot of people have said, please, please, please try Crave Beauty. So I do, it's on my list of stuff to try. I was tempted by quite a few. Have you got any favourite products? Let me know what your favourite products are, and they'll be the ones I try first, because I love a good recommendation. Oh, this is interesting. Silo says, I'm extremely oily and tried the Hydro Boost and it burnt my skin. That's quite interesting. So I've never had that. And this is where I come back to all skincare being unique and why I don't like to, I never tell people what to use, because, you know, it's up to you what your price point is, what your skin type is. But for me, I like to say this worked really well for me. But it doesn't work for everybody. If you're finding that doesn't work, it might be that some of the ingredients just have a reaction with your skin, and switch it up and try a different one. Simple do a really good moisture cream as well, so I could recommend that one, and that's probably going to be okay for your skin if you haven't got on with the Hydro Boost. Dominique says, thank you for answering, but again, what solution were you saying? Which one was it? I can't even, do you know? My mind's gone. Which solution were, oh, that's it. Azuraline solution. Azuraline. Depends on where you come from as to how you say it. The Ordinary do one. If you go on the Ordinary website, it is under their other molecules section. It's called Azuraline, so I'll leave a link to it below, but it's really good. It's sort of like the class it as Botox in a bottle. It's nowhere near as powerful and doesn't work in the same way. That's just a bit of a marketing ploy, but it does really work to help dynamic fine lines around the eye. It will lessen them in about 2 weeks, which I love it. Holla says, First Aid Beauty do a lovely coconut water gel. That's a really good point. I've tried their coconut water gel, and if you like the smell of coconut, you will be in heaven with that product. Murad Hydro Water Gel is beautiful. Yeah, I think water gels in summer are the way forward. Even if you've got dry skin, they can help, because you don't always want that super thick moisturizer, particularly in summer. So yeah, really good recommendations. I love those. Guys, keep the questions coming, but if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you've joined us but you haven't joined the community fully, what's stopping you? Click that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll love you forever. Salma says, what do you do when traveling with skincare, because it takes it from more than 100ml? Yeah, so there's talks about relaxing the 100ml rule here in the sort of skincare on a plane. So what you should do pre flight and stuff. I didn't want to include it yet because, you know, with everyone being in lockdown, it seems a bit offensive to be like, here's what you do if you get on a plane, because nobody's going to be. But now we're starting to travel a bit more, and that one's coming up. So I'll tell you what I take on the plane and what I just throw in my hand luggage to travel with. Recommendation, the H2o Gel Cream from Tarte. Yes, I've tried it. It is quite fragranced. So if you like fragrance, fine. If you avoid fragrance, it's not going to be for you. But it is a really nice product. A lot of the Tarte stuff is really good. I just find sometimes they do go a bit heavy on the colorants and the fragrances for my taste. But yeah, it is actually really good. Certainly hydrating, very hydrating. Thomas says the exfoliator and the Great Barrier Relief. Oh, okay. I've heard of the Great Barrier Relief, and I'm really, really keen to try that. You also like the cleanser, having seen your reactions to others. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to make a note. I watched these videos back and I make a note, and I'm going to put them on order because I love, love, love Crave Beauty, and I just want to try out so many different stuff. So the cleanser, I'm quite interested about. I like the sound of the cleanser. Tom says, Dominique, it's the Azure Line solution. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, there you go. You've got the spelling there as well, because I wouldn't know how to spell it off the top of my head. So, yeah, Dominic, try it and let me know what you think. So Ola says, it's still quite difficult to get Crave in the UK. They don't deliver still. All other websites sell out very fast. Now, this is what I've heard. My friend has a whole skincare routine from Crave, and she's in the UK. So I'm going to ask her where she gets those from, and I'm going to order it, and I'm just going to pray that it's not out of stock. Because I'm really impatient. Once I get my hand set on something, get my heart set on it, I want it, and I don't want to have to wait, and I can't do with things without a stock. I'm really impatient. Yeah, and that's true, Thomas. It does get quite pricey on third-party sites, but I don't mind. If I really want to try something, I'll just pay. I want to try it. Marina says, hello. Hello, Marina. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And what do you think about epidermal growth factors in skincare? I think I get asked this question a lot, and it's a really good question because I am not sold on the technology of them. They're not going to do your skin any harm, so it's not one of those things that you need to avoid, but I don't know that it's worth paying extra money to have epidermal growth factors in your skincare. If you're looking for things like anti-aging, I think people should be better investing in a good massage routine and things like that rather than spending extra on epidermal growth factors. The one exception is the Inculist do a vitamin C with epidermal growth factors in as well, and it's not massively more than their normal vitamins. Getting them in your skincare routine without paying too much. So check out the Inculist one. So we have exactly 7 minutes remaining, so we can overrun if we need to, so keep them coming. But what is everyone having for the dinner tonight? What's the evening entertainment? What are we doing? It's Friday night. Have we got a little favourite tipple on the go? Let me know. Jenny says, does Roche-Posay AR serum have an exfoliant in it? No, not in the same sense. It has got some traditional exfoliating acids in there, but they're not in the concentrations which will do a meaningful exfoliation. They're there to calm irritation and sensitivity. So, yes, is the answer in the strictest sense, but actually they're not going to do any meaningful exfoliation. You need a standalone exfoliator separate to it, but they've got things like it has got a touch of azelaic acid in there, which is an exfoliator, but it's also separately treating the inflammation. So yes, but no. Rebecca, hey Rebecca, how are you? How's life in Florida? I hope everything. I know it's quite bad with the virus at the moment, so I hope everyone's staying safe over there and your family are all okay. Sia Luna says, have you done a Eucerin review? No. They are really, really good. My dad has super chronically dry skin, like medically prescribed dry skin, and he uses it and really, really helps him. So I've always seen Eucerin as kind of like a medical thing, only to be used by people who have a medical condition, but that's totally wrong, and it's actually suitable for everybody. So I will have a look and a deep dive into it, but I know that people with really dry skin, it's like a savior for them. But I'll do a deep dive for, I think, for normal skinned people. Rebecca says, I've been super busy and it's nuts here. Yeah, I've been seeing it on the news. So promise me you'll stay safe and well, and hope your business isn't too impacted by everything, because I know it's quite difficult. Annika says, I had to go swimming with my kids. They've almost missed the entire live. Oh, that's so selfish of the kids. No, don't worry, Annika. You can watch it all back. It's all recorded. I pop it up there so you can watch it all back. But it's nice of you to join us for the last bit anyway. So thank you very much. So Rika says, could you do a deep dive on the brands Bliss and the Brown Belief and compare their products? That would be a beautiful battle of the brands, comparing the two. I really like Bliss. I've used Bliss on and off for years. I think some of their exfoliators are really good. I think some of their other products are really good. But I think that'd be a really good comparison, because they're two very similar brands. I'd be really interested to do that. What's my favourite product from Neod? Oh, Marina, that's so unfair. How can you have a favourite product from Neod? They're all amazing. At the moment, the FM Mud is my favourite. I just think it's fantastic. But I do also really like the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. And I think if I would recommend one product to everybody that's going to work for everyone's skin type, it would be the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. So I'm going for that, but I really like the Mud at the moment. Thomas says, pardon if I've missed this in a prior video release, but what's your go-to quick routine? Yes, so I have done a video on like my super quick routine, but it's worth just throwing out here anyway. If it's on a morning, is when I do it. On an evening, I don't have a quick routine because I think in an evening, everybody has 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do a proper de-stress, end of the day skincare routine. So I never have a quick routine in the evening, but on a morning, I never cleanse, so save that step. I literally splash my face with water. I would always use an exfoliant because I just think that kickstarts the day and kind of gets any bits of grime off that you want to get off. So I would just throw the 7% toning solution by The Ordinary around because I love that. I'm never without my Giraline solution, so I pop that on my eyes and my laughter lines. And then pretty much I could go. I could pop my SPF on my Purito comfy water and go. Very, very rare am I that rush for time. I'd rather be late than skip my skincare. I know that's really bad. But that would be kind of like my steps. I think you can miss your cleansing on a morning. It's fine. You've got to have an exfoliator. I would usually throw on one serum at least. My niacinamide would probably be my go-to, but you could also use your vitamin C, whatever floats your boat, one serum, and then throw on your SPF. As long as you've got your SPF, you're pretty much good. So your idea that just throw on your Purito and go, that's fine. To be honest, that's the most important thing. You have to have your SPF, and I would throw an exfoliator in there as well. But yeah, as long as I've got my SPF, I'm good to go. Rick says, oh, only 2,000 cases. I know, it does massively depend where you go, but I do sending a lot of love to Florida. It's Jenny says, it's Friday pizza here. Oh, Jenny, I'm so jealous. I love good pizza. Annika says, when do I use my CAIS? Oh, that's a really good call. I'm currently using it as my first serum step, so I think it works beautifully if it's really close to the skin. So I use it straight after I've done my exfoliation. I let my actually no, that's a lie. So what I do is do my exfoliation, and then I put my hyaluronic acid on, and then I use it because I don't want it to come into contact with the exfoliant, because I do think sometimes it can become denatured with a strong exfoliating acid. So I would cleanse, I would then do my full NIOD product. Absolutely love it. And this just says green chili chicken enchiladas. Oh wow, that is very El Paso. Do you know what? If I was thinking, what I think of in sort of like that Tex-Mex kind of food, that sounds absolutely amazing. I'm very jealous. I'm going to catch a plane and come over to yours. It sounds absolutely amazing. Tonight we're having a Mediterranean buffet, which is kind of like just nibbles of all things. I've got some tuna steaks, which is really nice. Got like a couple of like a Greek salad and another Mediterranean salad. I've got like a charcuterie board going. Sounds very posh, but it all just came from the supermarket. But just like a nice pick and mix kind of thing, because it's super warm, so I don't want to cook anything. Just have some really nice nibbles. And the box wine will be on tap. Do not panic. Rika says, I have a Bliss product that I think is a dupe for the Aqua Bomb. Oh, message me and let me know. I really want to know what that is, because I would love to have a go at that. Dominique says, I had a tough work week at hospital, so I'm doing absolutely nothing this weekend. I just ate pizza. Good for you, Dominique. There is nothing that makes the world better than sitting down and having a skincare live and a pizza. You've deserved it. Thomas says, I love the hyaluronic from NIOD. Yeah, the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex is like drenched in hydration and gorgeousness. Oh, Shalona says, I'm making chiles rellenos, which is a cheese and tomato soup in Mexican. Oh, that sounds really nice. I love vegetarian food. I'm not vegetarian myself, but I have quite a few friends that are vegetarian. And to me, vegetarian when I was growing up was always like couscous stuffed in a pepper. Nobody wants that. But I realised actually that's just because people have been lazy, and there's so much great vegetarian food out there. So I love vegetarian, particularly if it's spicy. I love a vegetarian spicy combination. Thomas says, yes, I love a good PM routine. Thomas, I think we would get on amazingly. If you're not on Instagram, add me on Instagram @SkinMad. And DM me on there and let's chat, because I think we've got a lot in common skincare wise, and I'd love to hear anyone's recommendations. Anyone, add me on Instagram @SkinMad and give me your recommendations. Tom recommended me a life-changing, amazing shaving balm, which I'm loved, and I recommended it to my dad and my brother, and they're now equally as hooked on it. So I love a good recommendation. Pizza and Netflix night. That's amazing. Yeah, I hope you have a great day. If it's noon, I hope you have a fantastic day. If it's evening where you are, I hope you all have a wonderful, chilled, calm evening and lots of relaxation. Georgie, what would my recommendation of serums for normal skin with a bit of rough texture around the bottom of the cheeks? vitamin C serum. The Ordinary do some fantastic ones. I did a video on the Ordinary vitamin C, so choose one from there. Don't just go for the normal vitamin C's, go for one of the more advanced ones, because if you're using that as your main serum, it's worth going for one of the more advanced ones. But check out that video, there's some beautiful ones. Mark says, would you recommend using retinol or retinoid? I'd be using the Ground Active Retinoid, 2% emulsion. I'm thinking of switching to the retinol, 5% in squalene. I personally would just go for a retinol. Ground Active retinoids are good if you're sensitive or worried about sensitivity, but retinol is just where it's at. So I would personally go for a retinol if you're not worried about sensitivity, and the 0.5 in squalene is really good. Thomas says maybe I'll follow with the pizza. Pizza seems to be a theme here, and I don't disagree. Have the boxed wine as well, Thomas. Yeah, throw in a boxed wine. Who doesn't want a boxed rosé? Is on the menu this end. Join us in that. Friday's always pizza night. I actually think the whole world must be eating pizza right now. Wherever in the world you are, guys, I hope you're enjoying your pizza, living your best life, and I'm sending you a huge hug and gallons of boxed wine your way. If you haven't already, click that thumbs up button because it will really, really help the channel. Apparently it lets YouTube know the content's great, which fingers crossed it is, and they'll push this out to more people, so the more people that see it, the better it is. So hopefully you'll give this video a thumbs up before you leave. But wherever you are in the world, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Enjoy your boxed wine, enjoy your pizza, and I love you all. Take care. Bye.